Hi everybody, it's Diana with stampingwithdie.com. Welcome to my YouTube channel and this week's Teach Me Tuesdays, episode 159. And what I'm going to be sharing with you today is January 2023's goodies and or guts. And if you have been to my channel before, welcome back. If you're new, welcome. My name is Diana, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm in Santan Valley, Arizona. So what I do every month, I have a couple incentives to shop with me. And if you order $50 in like a single order, you earn reward points. And then I have a separate incentive that I call my goodies and or guts, and that's if you order 75 in the month, and that can be a couple orders, just as long as it's 75 before tax and shipping. You can earn goodies or guts, and that's what we're going to go over today. So what I do is I'm going to show you both, and I'm actually going to make the guts packets. And that way, if you earn them, then you can reference back to this video so that you can make your stuff along with me. So it's basically like a free class each month. And so it's always fun to come up with some different projects for you to do. And this month I have 3 cards for you using a few new things and then some stuff that's in the current catalog, so you don't feel like, oh, I always have to buy new stuff. No, so there's some new stuff and then there's some stuff that you might already have the stamp set, because nothing is stamped on your supplies. You have to do all the stamping, but you get the stuff to stamp on. So I'm going to stop blabbing so I can turn the camera and get started. So close your eyes for a second while I quickly get in position here. All right, so we're going to do a little bit of embossing and stamping. So this video is going to be longer than a normal one because of that. And so here is my January host code. So if you are ordering in my store, this is the host code you want to use if you are ordering less than $150 before tax and shipping. And if you are not in one of my stamp clubs because you have your own private code. And if you are ordering more than 150, which is easy to do, especially with celebration right around the corner, don't use my code because then you'll get your own hostess benefits, but you still will qualify for the goodies or the guts. All right. So like I said, I have a bunch of stuff on my desk that we're going to be using. So what you'll get in the mail is, so this would be your guts package, and I'm going to go over this, or the goodies. And the goodies for the month of January 2023 are the new iridescent pastel gems. So that's, you know, if you choose that. Now a lot of times people want both, so if you order 150 before tax and shipping, then you can pick both. So these are what I call the goodies. And then this is a guts packet. So inside your guts packet, I know that sounds gross, but I have just called them the guts since I have been a demonstrator at the beginning. So you have your 3 cards, and we're going to make these together in this video. You have your 3 cards, your little thank you business card, and then your bling that you'll need. Now, I have just put this here just for the video. When you get your real, like this piece for real, it will have the link to this video right here so that you can reference back to it. But till this video gets processed and put on YouTube, I have no idea what this is going to be. So this is just so I can show what it looks like, and then you'll get the real little enjoy. All right, so let's keep this out so that we can get started. All right, so let me show you the cards that we're going to make today. So look how cute this is. Now this is one of the new stamp sets, and I'll show you the stamp sets when we get to them. But oh, I love this new one. And then here's the inside. I love the font too. Oh, I just love cute fonts. And then we have the Puffin, a little happy birthday Puffin. Now this little guy is in the main catalog. This guy is in the new mini that starts January the 5th. And then here's the inside, make a wish. And then the last card is the fun little puppy card. And this is in the main catalog too. I'm blown away by you. So those are the 3 projects for the month of January. So let's get to our envelope. Let's see here. I kind of want to do the Puffin first since I have my Stamparatus all the way ready to go. So let's get our cards in order. All right. So this is the Puffin. This is the Milkshake. And this is the puppy. All right. Oh, and I got something on my envelope. I need to clean my envelope. All right. So let's see here. We have the cute little Puffin. So inside your envelope, to make your card, you have, now you will decorate your envelope. I usually forget during the video because of all my excitement. All right, now these are all the pieces that you have that you will get to make your card. So we have, this is going to go on the inside. So I'm just going to explain. Now this is how I do my classes in the mail as well. I just explain what the pieces are before you get started. So this is the inside. And then this is going to go on the outside. This is what your greeting is going to go on. Now you may decide to use something totally different. But this is what stamp sets I use. And then the Puffin will go on here and we'll cut him out. So let's get started. Now, the Puffin, if you use that one, he is, oh, well, let me show you the stamp sets. Hold on a second. And then I can get these off my desk. Hold on a second. All right. So this is what we're using stamp set wise. So we have Party Puffins. So cute. We have, let's see, Glad We're Friends. I'm also using that. And then I won't be able to put the recipes underneath the video till January the 5th because some of this stuff isn't live yet. All right, and then Share a Milkshake is that new one, and it has a coordinating die, so we'll be using that as well. So I'm just going to keep the dies out. We're also using the Conversation Bubble, so this is a new one as well, and the new mini, and it also has a coordinating die. And we're also using Scalloped Contours. And Stylish Shapes is where this came out of. Okay, so let's see here. Stick all that behind me. Okay. All right, so back to the Puffin. Now the Puffin, he is like a solid black. So I put him on my Stamparatus because I found that he stamped a little better if I could do him a few times. So I'm just going to put this in. Now these are just some little corner things I got off of Amazon. So they don't come with your Stamparatus. But I like to keep my paper away from the edge. So these just work really good. All right. And I'm just going to stick that there. Make sure that it's not in the way. And usually I ink him up a couple times. So he's a solid one. And I find I like to do that when we're doing solid stamps. So this is just Memento because we will be using the blends. This is just a dry erase eraser doohickey, which just helps me rub that on there. So see how it's a little faint? So we're just going to do it 2 or 3 times. And we're going to just hand cut him out. He doesn't have a die or anything. But we'll let him soak a little bit while we do some other stamping. All right, and just a little, probably one more should do it. That should be good. And you can see the kitty cat that I used before. So that is also one that is like solid. So I like to do it a few times. All right, so let's see here. So we're done with that. I also want to do my happy birthday. And this is that cute little flag banner or whatever. All right. So now, like I said, this is just the stamp sets that I used. You might go, you know what, I'm going to use something different, and that's totally fine. All right, so this is going to be happy birthday, and I want to make sure it's good and straight. So I'm just looking through my block to see how straight that is. So it's not too bad. So when I bring this over, I know I just need to go like this. We should be good. All right, so there's happy birthday. So we're going to let that sit and dry. All right. So this is usually, I have so much stuff on my desk when I do my goodies in the guts, just because I have 3 cards I'm doing. All right, so we have this paper here. So this is going to go on the outside. Now you can see this one. I'll put this here so you can kind of see what we're aiming for. Let me scoot up a tad. So what I've done is I'm just going to trim with my scissors. If you have a paper cutter, you can use a paper cutter, but I'm just going to cut along, and then it just depends on how much white space you want to have up here. So I'm going to come over here, and I'm not going to have as much white space on this one. So I'm going to come here, and I'm going to cut in my green, and we can always cut more if we want. So I'm just going to cut my green like that and see how I like that. So that looks pretty cool. And then our little puffin will go on there. So I think I like this. I like that little tiny bit of green on there. All right, so let's do our inside, and let's see, did I put anything on the inside? I did. I did Make-A-Wish, and I did the cake. So let's get that going so that can dry as well. So we're just going to glue this little striped piece down. So if you've not done any of my classes in the mail, I would love for you to do so, because this is very similar. You'll get your pieces all ready to go. The only thing that's different with a class in the mail is you get a stamp set, sometimes a bundle will come with it. Where this one right here, you're just going to use what you have at home, or you can totally order what you need in order to do the cards exactly. All right, so let's bring my grid sheet back over here. Now I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to take my memento, and we're going to get our Make-A-Wish, and I'm just going to stamp it on my grid sheet to see how straight I am. And what's fun about this stamp set is it is not perfect. Like the font is kind of fun. So even if you're off a little bit, it just looks like you intentionally did that. All right, then I want the cute little cake. So the cake, I inked up my memento so it's good and juicy. All right, so there's our cake. So we're going to let those dry. And then I usually flip over my grid sheet just in case any of that ink stays wet. We've been having some wet weather in Arizona. It's been crazy. I mean, when I looked out just a bit ago, it was raining again. Okay, so let's see. Let me make sure I've got the right one. I want this one here. All right, so the colors that I'm using are colors that were in the DSP. So let's see here. We want, and let me pull this one over again so I can see as well. We are going to do our cute little puffin. So I'm going to use some Pool Party. This is dark Pool Party and light Pool Party for the hat. We're going to go dark and then light. And I just wanted him to have, you know, the same kind of color that was in the DSP. All right, he's got the fun little beak and his little feet. So I'm doing dark pumpkin for his beak. And then light to finish that up. And then I'm not for sure exactly if this is the right color for a puffin in real life, but that's what I chose. So this is the dark polished pink. And then we'll do the light polished pink. So, because what's fun is, you know, you can have them be whatever color you want. I don't think it has to be, like, if it's not real, it's okay. All right, so let's put some polished pink up here on the top of the hat as well. Okay. Let's do some flirty flamingo cheeks. You know me, I like to put little flirty flamingo cheeks on my little people and my critters. So light flirty. Then we'll take our dark petal and we'll come out from that flirty onto the face. We'll also do the belly. So dark petal, and then we'll finish it with the light. And that just gives you like this nice light color on the face. All right, then let's do inside here the hat, those little balls. We're just going to do parakeet. So this is dark parakeet, because this goes with this. Now this is probably granny apple, but parakeet and granny apple go really well together. I liked parakeet, so that's what I chose. All right, so there's our little puffin colored. Let's bring our little cake over, and we're going to use some of the same colors so that the cake goes with the DSP as well. All right, so we're gonna go dark pool party for the cake. So I'm just putting dark on the edges, and then we'll just put light down the center. And then we'll just fill this in with the light. This is such a cute little funny cake. It looks all like crooked, right? Like it's melting or something. I almost think that this stamp set needed a cake with fish, because in my mind I keep thinking that puffins, they probably eat fish, right? I mean, I'm just assuming. Maybe they don't. All right, so this is dark parakeet for our icing. And then we'll do the light to finish it up. So I'm just assuming that they eat fish. Maybe I'm thinking of penguins. All right, so this is the dark polished. So that's what we're going to put as the cake plate. Here's the dark polished. And here's the light. This is so cute. I don't know who drew this, but it's adorable. All right, we also want our candles. So I'm picking the dark daffodil for our candle lights. And poppy, yes, dark poppy for our candles. And then I want to take the dark pool, and we're just going to ground our cake by putting some pool party underneath and a little bit around here, which will just kind of make our cake pop off the page a little bit. All right. So we can be very noisy as I put those away. All right, so let's cut out our puffin. Now it doesn't take much to cut him out. We're just going to leave a little white border around him. Get some of that extra paper out of there. All right, so we're just doing a white border. So what I do, I squeeze the scissors and then I move the paper with my left hand, and it just makes cutting out a lot easier. I always say I'm channeling my granny when I'm cutting out, because she was always cutting out stuff from magazines and newspapers, and she loved to crochet and knit, and so she had pattern books and all sorts of stuff. So she never threw anything away if there was something in a magazine that she could use. All right, so I'm almost done cutting out the little puffin. So he looks so adorable. So let's put our card together. Now, this one here, I put a little bit of the Stampin' Blend. So I did a little bit of the polished pink and the parakeet on the happy birthday. I'll leave this one plain so you can see the difference, and then you can decide. You might go, oh, I'm going to leave mine plain, or I'm going to color mine, but that way you can see the difference between the two. All right, so this is just going to go on the front of the card. We're going to have a little bit of a border around the edge. That looks good. All right, where's my bone folder? Let's give this a good crease with our bone folder. All right, so let's put this on our card. Now, if you wanted, you could pop it up. I'm just gluing it directly to the card. Let's see, because I am going to pop up my greeting and my puffin. All right, let's put the inside as well. Come on, baby. All right, so the inside. So we've got our dimensionals and our greeting. I swear I get so much ink on my fingers. I'm always like, if you don't get ink on your fingers, you're not having any fun. All right, so we're just putting a bunch of dimensionals on our puffin. We'll also put some dimensionals. I just grabbed the baby ones on our greeting. So this is such a fun birthday card for any age, I think. All right, so we're just going to have the puffin walking along. And so depending on how much you cut of your stripes, he will overlap a lot or not as much. So it's totally up to you. You could even trim so that there was a white space on the bottom and on the side there. That would look cute. It's really up to you. That's why I gave you the full sheet, so you are your own artist. All right, so let's put our greeting right here. And then let's see, we want our bling. So we've got our cute little bling. Get that baggie open. Ugh. All right, so if you dump them all out, just remember not to lose them. All right, now I gave you an extra of the, I'm looking for my pick tool. I gave you like an extra green, so you can use it if you want. It makes it be even, and I don't like even, so it's totally up to you. All right, so these are the In Color 2022-2024 matte decorative dots is what these are, and I'm just putting a couple here and there. You gotta have bling somewhere, even if they don't bling, right? Because these aren't shining or anything, they're just very matte, but I still say bling even though, but it just looks cute. All right, and then you have a little extra one if you don't use all 6, so I want to keep those there so I don't lose them. So here is this one. Now again, so this is a difference if you want to put Stampin' Blends on the greeting or not, just so you can see the difference, because you might like it one way or the other. All right, so I'm going to clean up a little bit, and then we'll get to card number 2. Card number 2 is the cute little pup. Oh my gosh. This makes me think of the Queen because those are the puppies she had. And it also makes me think of Jeff's aunt and uncle because they also had the little corgi dogs. All right, so let's get going with this one. Now we're going to do some embossing with the embossing or cut and emboss machine. All right, so let me show you the pieces just like I did before. So here is the finished card on the inside. All right, so this is what you have. So you have your pool party is your card base. Then you have, this goes on the inside with a little piece of the DSP. This goes on the outside. This goes on the outside. And then you have a piece here because I'm not for sure exactly what you're going to do greeting wise. So I gave you kind of a big enough piece so that you can, you know, put your greeting on. So let's stamp our little dog. So he can be drying while we do our embossing, cutting. All right, so we're just going to put our cute little puppy down here. And every card might be a little bit different angle just because I'm just cutting that with the basic, and I didn't bring that die over, I don't think. The basic borders is where this angle came from. So depending on how I lay it on there, it might be just a tad bit different, but your puppy will fit. All right, let's see. We also, let's stamp this on the inside. So we're just gonna put this in here. I like to get this on here so that I know exactly where I want to stamp my greeting. And then we're going to use Blackberry Bliss for the ink color for our greetings. So I have my Blackberry Bliss. I love this dark, dark, dark purpley. I mean, it almost looks black, but it's just a little softer than the black. All right, so I'm blown away by you on the inside. And I thought this DSP was perfect because it's like windmills, right? And the little dog is in front of a fan, so I thought it was perfect. All right, so we have that. And I'm gonna put this little conversation bubble greeting that just says hi. So we'll go hi. And then we're going to die cut that out. So I want it to dry just for a second, just because that's the water base ink. So I just want to give it a little bit of time to dry before I automatically start die cutting it out. So while it's drying, let's put some of our card together. So this is going to go on the front, and then we can put the inside as well. So this is what I like to do. I like to kind of get things done while things dry, because nothing is more frustrating is if you're in too much of a hurry and then you smear something. So that's why, you know, I try to like start here and go there and start here and go there. All right, so let's see here. And if we're not sure, flip it over, give it a rub. And if it's not dry, you will see some of it go there because it will take that extra off of there. Okay, so let's get our high. Let's get our die. All right, so this is the conversation bubbles, and this is the one we want right there. Now again, nothing is stamped on your supplies. You'll need your own. So you can decide like, well, I want to do the very same way, and so I'm just going to order them. But you might have something at home and you might go, oh, you know what? I have this at home and it will totally work. All right, now you might be saying, what is this color? Well, this is the new Boho Mini. So if you join my team during celebration, you can pick the Boho Mini as an addition to your starter kit. If you're not interested in the blue, but you still want a mini cut and emboss, you can pick the white one as well. All right, so let's see here. So we want number 1, and then we're just gonna put our plates. And then I'm going to use, this is just that Post-it tape, and I've mentioned it before, just to make sure that my little thing doesn't move on me. I get the jitters when I color and stuff. See how like move? It's like a nervous twitch. Okay, there we go. So we'll stick that in there, and then we're going to crank it through. Okay, so we're going to use Baby Boho back. Say that 5 times fast. Baby Boho, Baby Boho. And you'll also go, well, what's Boho? Well, Boho is a new in color that is coming with the next big catalog. All right, so there we have our high. Then what do we do with this? We put it back in our envelope so we don't lose it. Alrighty, so let's get our little puppy colored. All right. And it doesn't take too long to color our puppy. All right, so we're going to use blends again. So we have dark pool party for our fan, and just like the other card, I like to look at the colors that are on the DSP, and then that helps me decide what colors that I want to use on the image. All right, so this is dark pool. Just so that everything looks, you know, very professional. And then this is a light pool. All right, then we have our flirty. Gotta have our flirty. So we're gonna go flirty in the ear holes. Flirty here, and the tongue. All right. We have daffodil for our fan. So this is just dark daffodil, and I'm just putting some lines with the dark, and then I'll do the same thing with the light, just so that there's a little bit of color on that fan, so it's not just left white. Then we have Old Olive, because Old Olive is in this DSP. So that's why I chose that, and that's also why I chose the Blackberry Bliss, because Blackberry Bliss is also in that DSP. All right, so this is just dark Old Olive on our fan base, just around the edges, and also in these little thingies that are on the fan. Have you ever done that? Put little things that are flying off of the fan. I just remember we would stand in front of the fan and sing, and our voice would be all like wiggly and stuff. Wasn't it fun? All the stuff, entertainment we did for ourselves as kids. Okay, so we want dark petal. So I'm going to go up into the ear holes and finish them. I also want dark petal in here, but not the whole body, because we'll finish it with a light. So I'm just putting dark petal just a little bit, because then we'll finish it with the light. And then that just gives that kind of that look of that breed of a dog. So don't forget that back foot. So when the Queen passed away and they had her funeral, I got up and watched it, and wow, that was something. That was... And then when it showed the dogs waiting and the horse, I'm like, oh my gosh. All right, so there's that. And then we also want to ground, just like we did with the other one. So this is just light gray granite. So we're just going to put a little bit just underneath. Also kind of go around our puppy just to make that pop off the page a little bit. Now, when I'm using the blends, I can do this last. I probably should do it first. With the blends, I don't worry about it too much. But if you're watercoloring, you definitely want to do it first. Okay, so then we're going to take our number 700 and we're going to color our puppy in. So I'm just going to color the puppy in all the way with number 700, and then we will go back with number 500 and just put a little shadow here and there. And this will just soak in and lighten up a tad. So cute. We have some fun stamps this year with some fun little critters in them. Kitties and puppies, and we've got some new cats coming. Oh, they're too cute too. All right, so and then number 500, just to put a little dark here and there, just around. And if you don't like the line, you can just go back with your 700 and soften it. But I don't mind it too much. It makes the puppy almost look a little furry if there's different marks on there. All right, so there's our cute little puppy. All right, so let's make another racket and put those away. Okay, so let's put our card together. So now we have this right here. Now this I'm just going to glue right on here, just with glue, with my seal. I'm not going to pop it up or anything like that. So we're just going to stick that on there. That. So it's about got the same distance around your edge. I'm going to put this on with dimensionals. Again, I just have the baby ones out. Just our little high. We also have bling to add. So let's see here. We're going to put our little high. I think that is so cute. All right. And then on the inside, it says, I'm blown away by you. All right. So now this time we want these little blings. And now it's up to you. Some people don't like bling, you know, and you don't have to use them, but they'll be in your packet nonetheless. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm just kind of sticking them. Not any rhyme nor reason, just getting them on the card. All right, so there is the cute little second card. All right, so let me clean up again and we'll get to the last one. This is the third card. Oh, and I just love this so much. Oh my gosh. So this uses new DSP from the mini and some new bling as well as a new stamp set. All right, so let me open the card. Again, don't forget to decorate your envelope. I'm just so bad about it. All right, these are all our pieces. So let me show you the finished card, and then we'll go over the pieces. Okay. All right, so we have our basic white thick for our card base. Now there's quite a few pieces to this one. All right, so we have this for the inside. So it's going to go on the inside of our card. Then we have this piece, and we have a smaller piece. Now it's important to look. This piece and the piece I put on the inside are the same size, but this smaller piece, that's 3 3/4 by 5, you won't actually see it on the card, because what it does is this is what we're going to glue our DSP to, just to give it some heft. So you'll glue that to there. Then this gets glued onto there, and then this gets glued onto there, which gives you this super cute like a scenery there. So you don't really see this, but it just gives this a little bit of heft to it. That's just something I do. And then these pieces, we're going to do some die cutting and stamping and all that good stuff. All right, so let's see here. Let's get our card. Let's get our stuff die cutted. All right, so this is a photopolymer. So I'm going to bring over my pierce mat, and we want petal pink. So we're going to do petal pink for our, don't we want to lose our bling. All right, so we're going to do petal pink for the ice cream top. So just kind of put it down here. So that's our petal pink. We also want sweet sorbet, because that is in the DSP. So we want our sweet sorbet, and we're going to do 2 straws. 1 straw, 2 straw. Now we have a die that will cut these out, but though even that would be easy to cut out. But what happens is the die actually cuts a slit in there for you to stick your straw or your spoon, because there's also a cute spoon. All right, so that's that. And I'm looking at my thing, and I don't think I have anything more to stamp that goes through the machine. All right. All right, while we're stamping. All right, so while we're stamping, I want my scallop, but I also want this, because we're going to stamp off to do our sundae jar. So we're going to use a balmy blue, and we have our sundae jar. So we're going to ink this up, and then I want to stamp some of that off, and then we're going to come right to here with our sundae jar. And then we have this fun one, this stamp set. Oh my God, I have to do this as a class, I think. There's only so much time in a month and a week. And I'm always like, oh, I run out of time to do classes. All right, I want to stand up. We're going to go right over top. And this just makes this so stinking cute. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Oh, okay. So we have our cute little sundae jar, and that was balmy blue. Now I'm going to make this be a valentine. Let me get this out of here. I have enough grid paper on here. It's going to be good enough. So I'm going to make this be a valentine. Now it's up to you though. You might go, oh, I don't want it to be a valentine, and you can pick one of the other greetings, but I want this to be for my valentine. So be my valentine. Make sure it's good and inked. Okay. I need to ink my pad up. All right, so be my Valentine. Right over top of your ice cream, whatchamacallit. Isn't that cute? Oh, it just makes me excited. Okay, so let's, while we have that early espresso out, let's do our inside. So hang on a second. We want this and this. All right, then we can put our inside, and then I can put my espresso pad away. So this is a cute, fun card. If you like to make Valentines for those people at work, if you do like a secret Valentine or whatever, where you put a little something on somebody's desk, or if you have kids in school, this would be a cute little one that you could do with them. Just because there's no coloring, it's all just stamping. Okay, so we have the inside. So I'm just gonna go, life is sweeter with you. Oh my gosh. And this font, I need to find out what it is because it is adorable. Life is sweeter with you. Isn't that cute? It does not take much to get me excited. Okay, so let's get this out of the way. Let's bring our baby boho back. All right, so we want one. We want, so this is the Share a Milkshake die. And we want a few things out of here. So we want this. This is what's going to cut out this and leave a slit. We also want our straw. So we're going to do 2 straws. But like I said, you could fussy cut. And is that it? Oh no, and I also need my chocolate and my hearts. I probably should just pull the whole thing out. All right, I need my chocolate and my hearts. So it has a spoon, it has like a waffle cone, it also has these, which is like waffle cone-ish. You can cut out your ice cream container, and then there's like a sundae one, more ice cream, a cherry, and then there's also this smaller, I don't think I use the smaller one, no. And then there's the smaller chocolate too. All right, so stick that in there. Okie dokie. So we want, let's do our hearts first. So we have these cute little hearts. So just, if you do them down to the side, then you can get quite a few hearts out of that piece of cardstock. All right, so let's get that in there and run it through. Heart, and these are so cute, these hearts. Oh my gosh, they're like a really, really fun shape. So let's scoot them off of there. Okay, stick that there and hope I don't lose it. All right, then we also want the chocolate. I should have did the chocolate at the same time, but that's okay. If I show you each step, then you kind of have an idea how long it should take you. All right, scoop that in there for the chocolate. And I just gave you, I think I'd cut these 3" by 3" just so you had extra space. And pop that out of there. All right, then that up there. Okie dokie. Now this is when we're going to use this tape because I don't want them moving. Okay, so we're going to put this on here. So we have this fun little shape here on here, and I'm just paying attention to where this line is here. And then we want to do a straw. And we'll do the other straw after. Okay. Get in there. And I just push till it resists. All right. Now that Jeff is retired, I says, oh, I need to teach you how to do some embossing. So when I'm doing my events and classes, maybe he'll help me. He's helped before. And I'm always like, you can watch whatever you want on the TV, because I have a TV in my studio. All right, let's see. We got one more straw, and then we can put our cue card together. All right. So I'm always like, oh, you could watch a football game or something, because it would never be football if it was just me in here. All right, so let's do our other straw. Because it always goes so much faster if you have company. All right. Stick that in there and run it through. Okay, baby boho, thank you very much. All right. Straw. And it's very important to put your dies away, which I'm going to do, just so that you also get in the habit of doing it. Because I just set them up there, which is not a big deal. But if I don't put them away, they get stuck between two pieces of cardstock or something, and you lose them. Because these are kind of smallish, and it's too darn cute to lose. All right. So let's put our card together. So we have our, so these are these pieces. Remember I said you're not really going to see that, this 3.5 by 5 is what this size is. So we're just going to use our green tip glue and put these layers together. Now this is some new DSP that's in the mini. And it is adorable. So I actually use the same DSP for my gnome class, which is a class in the mail for January. So if you have not signed up for that, make sure you do so, and you'll be using this DSP. All right, so then we have this layer, and I just love these two together. I just had it like this first, but I wanted something between these two DSPs. I didn't want to use a ribbon, and then I just cut this a little bit bigger, and it worked out perfect. I just loved the look of that, because it almost looks like a paper ribbon. So we're just going to put that on there. So the green tip glue, or the Tombow, whoops, I scooted it. Hang on a minute, I scooted it. The Tombow, this is the Tombow Multi. This is just a green tip glue that's in the catalog that has the green lid. And I just put it in this container because I have a little bit more control with that little nozzle. And so that's why it's in there. But it's just the same that's in the catalog. I just put it in a little container. All right, so isn't that cute? Oh my gosh, it is adorable. All right, so let's put it here. So now this will get layered up onto here, and then that will go on the card. And I'm not putting any dimensionals on this layer because I am dimensionaling up the ice cream. So this is going to go right to the card, to the front of our card, like that. this is going to go on the inside. I'm just trying to get my pieces before we put the front on. Okay, life is sweeter with you. Goes on the inside. Okay, I don't want to lose my straw. All right, so let's bring this over. And this right here is adorable by itself. I mean, it's just too cute. All right, so let's put this together and then we'll put it on the card. So we're going to put a lot of these together. Now, I only used one heart, but you could, oh, you know what would be cute? Let's use them on the inside. Let's use them on the inside. Let's not be wasteful. All right, so we're going to go little drop, because I put the baby one on the front, so it almost looked like a cookie or something sticking out of the ice cream. But let's put those on the inside. Doesn't that look cute with them on the inside? I think so. All right. So, but of course I put them on the inside of this card instead of this card. But that's okay. I have the other hearts over on my desk, so I'll do it. Don't worry about it. All right, so we have our little ice cream, but this is what I talked about. It cuts this little hole so you can stick the spoon in there, or you can stick the straw in there. So what I'm going to do is we're going to turn this over, and we're going to take our baby dimensionals. We're going to grab a bunch of them, and I want that baby dimensional to hold that straw in place. And it's no fun to drink a milkshake by yourself, especially if you are my Valentine. We're gonna drink our milkshake together. So we want another straw over here. And I'm just trying to snag it with that dimensional. There we go. All right, so this is gonna go on here like that. Ever so cute. Then we have our chocolate. So I'm just putting a little bit of chocolate, and that just goes right on the top like that. And then this is what I did with the heart, because it does have a cherry, but I kind of liked, and I keep dropping the heart, I kind of thought it looked like maybe they put a little heart candy in the chocolate. So I just want a tiny little bit of glue, and we're just going to put the heart right on the top like that. All right, so let's put this on our card. And do I have any mama dimensionals? Yes, let's use the mama ones. All right, so let's flip this around. It's probably still drying. I'm trying to go fast. So we're going to put this on the front like this. So stinking cute. All right, now let's bring our bling over. So you should have 3 white and 2 red, and these come from the opaque adhesive back gem. So that's where I got these from. And these are new from the mini. And same thing, you can just put them wherever you want. So there's like a big one and a baby one. You might put some on the milkshake even if you wanted. You know, you could put one on the milkshake. Let's do that. All right, then we have red and red. Pick that up. Come here. It's just, I like to kind of stagger them a little bit. All right, so there is our cute little Be My Valentine. And so let me switch to this one, only because this is the one that I put the hearts. So either way, with or without, it's so cute. All right, so let me show you again. So these are the guts for January. These 3 really cute cards. And these are the goodies right here. And this is just a post-it note I stick on there. So that is going to be for January. All right, so let me say, see you later, alligator. So hopefully you think those are as cute as I do. I am loving that milkshake set. And I just love how the glass stamps. It's, oh, so I am totally wanting to play with that some more. But anyways, okay, so excuse me. If you have not signed up for my January class in the mail, the Friendly Gnomes, make sure you do so by the 16th of January. I'm about half full. And this way you can kind of get an idea what my classes are like. You know, because basically this is what they're like. You get this stuff and it's all ready to go. And then you just have to stamp. Now the class in the mail is a little bit different sometimes. If there isn't a die, because then some things will be punched out, but nothing is ever stamped because we're not allowed to do that. But if you have any questions at all, because I've got kind of rambly here at the end, make sure you reach out to me. Otherwise, I will see you Friday for my die shorts, 3 o'clock. Arizona time, same channel, and I'm going to be doing the new mini catalog and the new celebration brochure flip through. So we're going to go through that and I'll answer any questions you might have, because oh my gosh, they are so jam-packed and I can't wait. And then January the 5th is the first day you can order from them, but Friday my die shorts is the 6th. So so you'll already be ordering from it before I do my flip through. So anyways, but if you have any questions at all, reach out. I'm here for you if you need anything. Thanks so much for spending some time with me today. And let me know what you think about the goodies and the guts for January. Bye for now.